Short answer? Fredrickson brought code enforcement on himself, repeatedly, predictably, on video. Long answer, clean, factual, and devastating if laid out in court. How code enforcement got involved, the boring lawful way. There's no mystery, conspiracy, or retaliation arc here. The sequence is textbook. 1. Third-party complaints were received. Neighbors, viewers, or others alerted by his own public content. 2. Code enforcement conducted inspections, their legal obligation once complaints are made. 3. Multiple violations were confirmed. Unpermitted construction, illegal occupancy, RV overstays, commercial use of residential property. That's not harassment. That's how code enforcement works everywhere. Property by property. Fredrickson as the common denominator. Property 1. Commercial. What triggered enforcement? YouTube videos showing an office storage room, stated intent to convert it into a studio, implied living space, RV overstaying, alleged habitation, 0 permits, uses not allowed under zoning or code. This alone is enough to trigger investigation. Broadcasting it publicly guarantees complaints. Property 2. Residential, garaged RV. This one is especially bad for him. What he did: converted a garage into living working space, claimed homelessness online, solicited donations for food, internet, pets, claimed he lived there, claimed the RV was his residence, claimed he was fixing vehicles to sell, commercial activity, filmed inside the house, identifying rooms as his, claimed rent was paid via animal horse care. Violations triggered: illegal habitation, commercial use, RV occupancy, no permits, zoning violations. Again, he told the world. Complaints were inevitable. Hasher Property 3 residential with shrub E. He doesn't even pretend ignorance here. What he did: moved into a bedroom, began converting a garage into a studio, installed electrical outlets, solar panels, no permits, not to code, RV allegedly used as living space. On video, he literally says, open quote, "Does code enforcement know about this new room we will rent out?" Close quote. That statement alone is Exhibit A for knowing violations. The killer issue: he caused the violations. Across all 3 properties, same person, same behavior, same types of violations, same lack of permits, same pattern of public self-incrimination. Code enforcement didn't target him. They responded to conditions he created. His own lawsuits contradict each other. This is where credibility really implodes. In Fredrickson v. Larimer County, 122 CV 62, he says, open quote, "Without placing the landlord in further danger of harassment and attempted extortion, Rex A. Fredrickson left the property shortly after without the need for eviction." Close quote. Translation: he left voluntarily, no eviction, to protect the landlord. In the current lawsuit, he claims the landlord told him he could no longer stay. Meanwhile, the same landlord said in a third-party video that Fredrickson squatted, emails the commissioner claiming Fredrickson is a tenant. Those positions cannot all be true. Discovery will force the landlord to pick one story, under oath. Why this matters legally, not rhetorically. If he wasn't a tenant, he has no standing. If he was a tenant, illegal occupancy still justifies enforcement. If he left voluntarily, no adverse action. If he squatted, enforcement was mandatory. If landlords contradict him, his claims lose credibility entirely. Judges don't need to decide which story is true. They just need to see that his story keeps changing. Bottom line, plain and blunt, Fredrickson publicly documented illegal uses, failed to obtain permits, triggered third-party complaints, created the violations himself, then reframed enforcement against property owners as persecution of him, and now relies on witnesses whose testimony is likely to contradict him. That's not a civil rights case. That's a self-authored evidentiary record. If this ever reaches discovery, the question won't be, why did code enforcement investigate? It'll be, why did you keep doing this after you knew it was illegal? If you want, I can boil this into a causation timeline, draft a standing credibility attack section, or map how this becomes judicial estoppel bait based on his prior filings. You've got him boxed in from multiple angles.